Check out what's trending in business. Now, economist Charles Opoku fears government will end the year with a twin budget deficit with its current spending pattern unless some measures are taken to check the overruns. Speaking on Joy Business Live program on the back of government spending of 4.8 billion Ghana cedis more than revenue generated in the first half of the year. He emphasized the need for government to prioritize its expenditure and not cut wages, saying it has a positive ripple effect on the economy.
If we are not careful, we shall overrun the budget at the end of the year. So our budget deficit, as expected, will not be what we shall see at the end of the year. We shall go over it, and that creates problem. I'm saying this because normally getting to Christmas, that is where you find importers bringing in goods, which means that they'll be demanding foreign currency. And already we have problem with the currency. Therefore, if demand outruns supply, then once again, if we are not careful, the running down of our currency, which means that the cedi depreciating over the other foreign currencies will continue. And in that case, it's going to create more problem for us.
Where exactly are we going to cut back when we're already struggling so much?
As an economist, we have what we call scale of preference. So first, you must look at all the expenditure items. Which ones are the most important? And those are the things you should tackle. For me, as a worker also, you cannot continue to hold people's monies and say, I owe you, I will pay. If you do that, what it means is that demand for goods and services by the local people will go down. And that creates a problem. So for me, that is one of the preferences. What we should note is that if you give those monies to them, there is a rippling effect, which is positive on the economy. People get the money, they go into the system, they spend, and the multiplier effect is felt in the economy.
Well, Director of Policy and Research at the Africa Center for Energy Policy, John Peter Amewu, has warned the Ghana Gas Company could suffer a similar fate as the Tema Oil Refinery when it begins commercial production if steps are not taken to mitigate the impact of the cedi's depreciation on its operations. He explained the exchange rate differentials will affect the balance sheet of Ghana Gas and erode its capital unless the currency is stabilized.
In the Western region is ready for testing and was expected to be inaugurated by the end of August this year. Director of Policy and Research at the Africa Center for Energy Policy, John Peter Amewu, however, dreads the gas company may not be able to stay afloat for long even after commercial production begins unless the challenges affecting the operations of other firms in the country are addressed comprehensively.
You know, we started this regulatory process as far back as the 80s. It has been going at a piecemeal, very slow. You know, we should run faster than, I think we are currently going. If we give ourselves probably the next 5-10 years, the system should be fully regulated. Yeah, but you see, again, that needs a lot of education to make sure that citizens know that they have to pay for the full price, of the petroleum that they consume. It is very important. You see, because this is an energy security zone, if government is totally out, anybody can also take the country by surprise. And so though government might be involved, we need to reduce that level of involvement of government. Want to do away with this cross-subsidization, then the issue of targeting must come into play. So we need to broaden, for instance, the LEAP. We need to broaden the basis where cash allocations will be made directly to some of these farmers or the poor.
He also explained that although a fully deregulated petroleum sector will ensure competition, there are other steps that need to be taken.
Ghana Gas is going to have the same problem TOR witnessed some time ago. There's not going to be any difference at all. The gas in terms of its value is in dollars. We're going to buy the gas in the long run at a cedi price. So the difficulty we have now with the petroleum price, the same difficulty would occur when Ghana Gas comes into operation. Ghana Gas cannot last in terms of its balance sheet when it starts operation because they are going to seriously face these kind of difficulties. It's the management of the economy. We need very good managers, people who can focus and do correct planning. The PPP, as we've been told, good planning of this economy can take a lot of difficulties out of us.